Hello everyone, I'm Miss Quiet Queen and you are now tuned into the Quiet Queen Project, and thank you for joining me once again. I want to talk to you today kind of like a variety of things. We're going to try to mesh them all together. I'd like to talk to you guys about spirit and soul and how to stimulate your spirit. Some things that you can do physically, there are things that you can do mentally. Well, everybody knows that meditation, for sure. Sound meditation, getting some rest and quieting yourself, having some quiet time. Just all to you. That's why I would say whenever your birthday rolls around, to pamper yourself by just being by yourself. Treat your birthday like it's a holiday, because it is. It's your holiday. It's your day. Get to know who you are. I was reading a few different dictionaries, and a couple of them were giving the definitions on spirit and soul. I kind of disagree with it. A lot of the definitions feel like spirit and soul is the same thing, but it isn't. I look at it like this. Spirit is to soul what semen is to sperm. Okay? Everybody knows sperm is the organism that men have inside them, the life force that they carry. It's the little squiggly worm things, for those of you who want me to put it in more layman terms. That's sperm. Well, the sperm has to have a vehicle. It's like the engine, but the engine you can rev up the engine and it won't go anywhere. It has to have like a catalyst or like a transportation. So the semen houses the sperm, right? Well, it's similar. It's not exactly the same for spirit and soul. There's a difference between spirit and soul. Your spirit is like a personality. It's like it can act as a vehicle for your soul as well. But your soul is who you are. It is your everything. It is your human print. I would say thumbprint, but it's more than a thumbprint. It's more than a footprint. It is who you are, right? Your spirit. And sometimes when we have low self-esteem, our spirit is low. Or if we have a low spirit, we have low self-esteem. However you want to look at it. The bottom line is, if you want to seek spiritual advancement, you really need to stimulate your spirit. And you're doing it right now, partly by watching YouTube videos, anything that you feel like interests you. Okay, so let's get into what you need to do to actually stimulate your spirit. When you stimulate your spirit, it's kind of like you're giving yourself, this is what I want you to think of it. Give yourself a spiritual orgasm. I do want it to be orgasmic, not to the point where it's just physical. I'm not talking about sexual. And there's nothing wrong with feeling sexually content about yourself. Okay, if you don't, how are you gonna make someone else? You know what I mean? But that's not what we're talking about. Yes, sexual energy has a lot to do with spirituality. You do want to have a hold on your sexual energy, your sex drive, because it has a lot to do with the Kundalini awakening. But we're not going to get off into that. Okay, we're just talking about soul and spirit. How to stimulate your spirit in order so that you can realize your own soul traveling, because your soul never really stops traveling. Okay, and it's not, and I've said this several times before, it's not that it travels, I've lost my thought. Your soul, it's not that you're moving. You're just realizing, and it makes it feel like you're moving. Okay, so be very cognizant of that. So one of the things that you need to do, what I suggest, is get a notebook, much like this one. Make it something hard copy, because you're going to be writing in it a lot, and paperback just tears up too easily. Plus, when you see something like this, we are visual people. This looks pretty. and you respect things more that are beautiful and that you can hold on to. This can last me for years, whereas a paperback notebook, I would have to replace it maybe after 2 or 3 months, depending on how much you use it. So get something like this and go ahead and I put, a little picture of balloons because I love balloons. But, offer a reward or whatever, because this book is going to be a very important book to you. So what I want you to do is I want you to write down in different sections in this book. I want you to write down, do a page where what are your pros and cons. Yes, I want you to write a whole page of the things that you like. And then on another page, I want you to write all the things that you don't like. And when I say like and don't like, I mean just anything. I don't like grapes. I don't like when people interrupt me. I don't like riding the bus, whatever it is. Put what you don't like, And if you like, I like the sun. I like the sound of baby laughing. I like thunderstorms. Put down what you like and what you don't like. This is also will help you to understand what you would like to be if you want to go to college or what you're trying to study in school. Write down everything that you like and you don't like it. Write down all of the people in your life that mean a lot to you. Okay? You're going to have it in different sections. I'm going to tell you what you're going to do with this in a minute. You have it in different sections. Okay? People that you would live and die for. People that you will fight for. And people that you would stick up for. Okay? Put them all in those categories. Then I want you, on another page, I want you to write down all the foods that you like to eat. All the foods that you don't like to eat. So in the first part, you may not want to put foods down. Okay? And the reason why I'm having you do this is because I want you to get to know yourself. You got to get to know your soul in order to trigger your spirit to drive your soul. You got to get to know the things you like. Get to know the things you don't like. And then when you go over it, read it over and over and over again. And another thing that I want you to do, all in this same book, when you get angry, instead of lashing out at someone, write it down real fast. Go somewhere, write it down, and transfer it in this book if you can't get to it. Write it down. And then later you go back and read it. Don't write it down, but don't give it to that person. And then later you can go back and read it, right? I want to show you something. In other words, explain your anger. Don't express it. And you will immediately open the door to solutions instead of arguments. Okay? So write it all down and let this kind of be your mouthpiece for a later day. You want to go back and you're going to read everything that you've written down. And sometimes when you go back and you read things when you were angry, you go, oh my word. I had never been that angry before. I'm glad I didn't say anything right away. And that's very important, okay? So I want you to do that. That will help you stimulate your spirit. And another thing to help stimulate your spirit, beloved, is music. Music soothes the savage beast. That's true. So you could have soft jazz music on or soft classical music. Or what I like to do, when I did for my children, was I played nature sounds. You can go to the store, any metaphysical store, or order online the CDs that have rainstorms, water moving, waterfalls, and nature sounds, animals and birds, and things like that. So these things really soothe us, because when we were created, when we were souls out of body, and when we were born, there were certain sounds that were made. Solfeggio tones were created just because you were born. That's how special you are. So listen to Solfeggio tones, especially the ones that heal. My sister called me one day in a panic. Something was going on with her eye. It was dripping and oozing. She said she can tell it was getting to a really bad point. I said, you know what? listen to this Salvaggio tone. I gave her Salvaggio tone to listen to. She put it in her ears. She lay down and went to sleep. She woke up. She said the next morning was no trace of anything being wrong with her eye. Her eye was already closing up and swelling. And because she listened to those tones, there was nothing left. Do all of these things, okay? So now let me hurry up and get to some other stuff that I want you to do to stimulate your spirit. Yes, get to know yourself. Know what you like, know what you don't like. Some people don't even take that into consideration. Like, of course I know what I don't like. It's me. I'm me. No. I was looking at a video a few months ago. A young lady, she's one of my favorite makeup girls. Young girl, but I just like watching her channel. She was crying. And because she and her boyfriend had broke up, and she's like, I don't even know what kind. She's like, I just ready to be somebody's wife. I don't even know what kind of guy I want. I get settled for anything. Basically, that's what she was saying. I wish she wouldn't do that, but she didn't know what she wanted. And she's 26 years old. So you could come to the scary realization that you just don't know. Okay? Ask yourself a bunch of questions. If you guys want to know the different questions and you could ask yourself to find out who you really are that are really delving questions, let me know. Leave a comment below and let me know. Now, let's get to the physical part of what will stimulate your spirit. And I love this part. You get a brush. You're going to need one of these. I have a big square one. It's a wig brush. Get a wig brush. Guys, this goes for you too. Okay? I want everybody to buy a wig brush. Okay? Even let your children do what I'm about to tell you to do. Okay. What I want you to do is you're going to stimulate yourself with this brush. Get your mind out the gutter. Starting from your head all the way down to the bottom of the soles of your feet. You're going to take out any wigs, hairpins, weave, braids. Wash your hair. Take a bath if you want to, but at least wash your hair. And take the brush, and I want you to take it. I want you to generously, aggressively, or semi-aggressively brush your scalp. I don't want you to do this to brush your hair. I want you to get to that scalp. I want you to really, really, really rake across your scalp. Stimulate it. I mean, this is how it kind of hurts on my arm, but when I use this on my scalp, y'all, I'm telling you, in 5 minutes, I am out like a light. But I want you to really, really, really scratch. Really scratch. I want you to set the timer and do it for 3 minutes on your scalp. Don't stop. Don't stop. Don't stop. Keep doing it. And hit the sore spot. Now, I know some people who do hair say when you wash hair, don't do the center because you tear out the follicles. Do every part of your scalp. Okay? Stimulate yourself physically. Okay. Once you do that in your scalp, I want you to take it and I want you to go across your third eye right here. You're going to do that. Woo! You're going to do that for 3 minutes. It doesn't hurt. It might look red. And you can go in a circle. That's the best way. Oh, God, that feels so good. And do that for 3 minutes. Stimulate yourself. Okay? It's kind of put you in the mind of tapping. You ever heard of tapping? This is a step up from tapping. I did a video on tapping. My sister was a guest speaker. My sister and my daughter. Go check that out. Another way to stimulate yourself with this brush is at the ends of your palm of your hand. Now, let me grab something for you real quick. Hold on. Okay. Sorry about that. Y'all almost didn't find it. This right here. Who in the hell did this? Oh, damn. Badass grandkid. So this is a foot chart, right? My grandkids put stickers on it. I didn't take it out the plastic, but they put stickers on it. So, I want to show you that. Well, just use your imagination because I'm not really ready to take the plastic out. Every part of your body, you have a nerve ending. There are nerves in your body, right? You ever thought where the nerves end? They have to start and end somewhere. So you have nerve endings in the top of your head. You have nerve endings in your hands. You have nerve endings in your feet. Here they are in your feet. Okay, get this. It's a reflexology magnet. Get the one in your scalp. Get the one for your hands. This is the one for your feet. Study this. Any part of your back hurt, go to that area and massage it. Just massage it. I have an issue with my hand right here. I have talked about it in another video, and I will again. I think I was abducted or something. But never mind. I'm not even going to get into it. But this feels so good. My eyebrows raise up when I do this. So just massage the nerve endings. Oh, you have no idea how pleasurable that is for you. You don't think to take care of yourself in certain ways. Okay, you wash your hair, you wash your body, you go get your back rub. But what about your hands? You use your hands all the time. Your hands are power. That's why them people that want to kill us all and control us all, they do little things to they have patience. They do things to slowly take power away. Remember in my predictions videos, I'm talking about the children and young people these days are going to grow up and have carpal tunnel because they're constantly doing this. Your hand's going to be stuck in that way because you're always on your damn phone or on your computer. Stop. Stretch out your hands. Stretch them out. Bring power back into your hands. Do this. I teach my granddaughters to do this. Rub your hands. Yeah, it's getting hot. It's your power is in your hands. Don't let them take your hands. Don't let anybody curse your hands. Okay? And really, really stimulate them. That feels so good, I'm telling you. And do your arms a little bit all the way down to your arms. Any part that's hurt. Especially ladies if you're going through menopause. Okay? We have what you call menopause skin. And menopause this and menopause that. Your body starts to lose certain things. So your body hurts a little bit more. Massage yourself. And take the same brush and massage your feet. In the center of your feet, your heel, and then on the top, I'm gonna tell you where you got some feeling. You might have an orgasm. I'm not playing. You take a brush like this and massage the top of your foot with this, like vigorously, until as much as you can handle. Don't do it too hard, but hard enough where you really feel it. 3 minutes straight, you're gonna be screaming, oohing and ahhing, and everybody be, I didn't know you had company. No, it's just me. I'm telling you. It wakes the spirit up, and the spirit go, hey, so let's go on a traveling journey, So, take care of yourself. Stimulate your spirit. Stimulate your mind. And have a happy travel. Stay alive.